Hi, everyone. I'm Sal Johnson, editor and publisher of GolfObserver.com. Hey, Dave, second week in a row. We're on a roll.
Hey Sal, good to see you. This week's hat is Walker Cup 2001.
Good lid, good lid. Hey,
Thank
how
you.
about what happened with Lorena Ochoa down in Mexico?
Gee, she wins at 25 under. I mean, these girls just lit this place up. I think, if I'm not mistaken, even par would have got you a tie for 53rd place. And Lorena goes out and does it with, without her regular caddy on Sunday, who broke his foot playing soccer on Saturday.
Right. Well, and you know what? She was pursued. It was back and forth between we didn't get to see it, but from what I'm gathering on the internet, it was back and forth between Suzanne Pedersen. Lorraine won it with birdies at 15 and 16. Pedersen did make a birdie at the last hole, but was enough for Ochoa to have a one-shot victory.
Yeah, good stuff, but no TV north of the border. What do you make of that?
It's the same old problem with the LPGA. They just can't get rolling. This should have been on television. It's on television in Mexico. Why couldn't it be on television here? We know Lorena Ochoa is going to be there. Last year, we had the same problem. What people don't realize is Lorraine won this tournament, but it was the same week as the Masters. Who's going to care about this tournament when it's on the same week as the Masters? Carolyn Bivets has to do a better job of helping her product out, and she has to do something to get this on television.
Yeah,
All
well,
these
you know what
tournaments.
was on TV, Sal? The Champions Tour was on TV, and we got to see Tom Lehman score his first victory in his debut on the Champions Tour.
Yeah, and it was a team event. He did play with Bernard Langer.
Hey, wait. Don't diss the team event because, hey, Byron Nelson had a team event victory on his 11th straight. So if it's good enough for Byron, it's good enough for Lehman.
Yeah, and the one thing is Lehman becomes the 13th person in Champions Tour history to win on the first time out there. The big question is, will this spur him on? What do you think his future on the Champions Tour will be like?
No, I think he's going to light it up if he decides he wants to play out there enough. I mean, geez, he was the 54-hole leader at the Transitions on the PGA Tour a few weeks back. I mean, he's scored a bunch of top fives in recent years, not last year, but I think he had, 13 or 14 of them in the 5 years prior to that. The guy still can play.
No, there's no two ways about it. I look for good things from him on the Champions Tour, too. Now, how about Jerry Kelly? How much do you like a fun-loving guy like Jerry Kelly winning in such a fun-loving city like New Orleans?
Yeah, what did he say? He ate 53 oysters or something at one sitting one time. He is one of the good guys out there. It's nice to see somebody like that win. I think it's kind of cool that one of the things that's pushed him over the top, he said, was getting some putting instruction from his buddy Steve Stricker, another Wisconsin guy. It's good to see a little bit of that kind of camaraderie out there among guys who are trying to beat each other.
And the one thing that you have to like is he had some shaky moments in the middle of the round, but he came on strong. Charles Howell the third, again, we're talking about Charles Howell the third, just can't seem to get the job done. He had a two-shot lead going into the 15th hole. Kelly birdies 14, and then Howell bogeys 15 and 17, and look what happens. Kelly wins, Howell doesn't.
Charles Howe, another one of the really nice guys out there, and I think maybe that's part of his problem. He just doesn't have that killer instinct.
Come on, Dave. Nice guys don't win out here.
Well,
that's
I
the problem.
understand. I agree with you. And his other problem, too, is that for years he's been such a mechanical type of player. He doesn't play by feel, play by instinct. He's trying to change. He's trying to get away from that mechanical stuff. But you can't do it overnight. And, you've got to have that kind of instinct and that kind of feel when you're going down the stretch trying to win a golf tournament.
He also has $18 million in earnings. Maybe that, necessitates him, being this way.
Well, hey, that's just indicative of the modern tour. You can make a bundle of money and not win very often, if at all. Much different from the time when, say, Doug Ford played. Doug Ford, who did not get into the Hall of Fame again.
Well, last week it was announced that Lanny Watkins got in. Doug Ford, there was a very good article in Golf Channel by Randall Mell talking about how, Doug Ford, he's a little disappointed. I guess I'd be disappointed too, don't you think?
Well, no question. Hey, I'm a little biased, Sal, because the first set of golf clubs that I ever owned were Sears and Roebuck Doug Ford signatures, if you can believe that, dating myself a little bit. But also, I just think, the voting body of the Hall of Fame is so skewed toward the more modern players. It almost seems like anybody who played before 1980 doesn't even exist. And this guy had a great record, 19 tour victories, a couple of majors at a time when it was a different era. It was tough to win.
Well, and then on top of that, I know I didn't vote for him. Did you vote for him?
I believe I did. My memory is not the greatest, but I'm pretty sure I did.
Well, he was a part of the original Hall of Fame when it was at Pinehurst in 1975. So, you know what? I'm going to vote for him definitely next year. Quite frankly, it's one of those things that, he should be in the Hall of Fame. He's 86 years old, given his lifetime to golf. He has exceeded. He does have that record. Hey,
Yeah.
Dave, we did it again. Nice to be with you tonight.
All right, you too, Sal. Take care.